History is being made right now in Allen Superior Court. For the first time, it's a majority female bench. 5 of the 9 judges are women.
They just view us as any other lawyer. That's ultimately what we wanted to be.
Today, the women judges in Allen Superior Court zip up the same black robes and take the highest seat in the courtroom. But their journeys to the bench and through a historically male-dominated legal field were very different.
To say that it was difficult as a start is an understatement.
When Judge Nancy Boyer graduated law school in 1976, she was one of the first women lawyers in Fort Wayne.
I would be called honey or dear, but if I become angry or if I say what I really think, that's really not going to help either me or any other women coming to Fort Wayne. And so I think one of the biggest compliments I received after a couple of years of practice was, you know, we really like you here because you practice law like a man. And so I said, well, thank you. And I thought, I don't know what that means. But I think maybe they had a stereotype in their mind of what a woman lawyer would look like, act like, be like. And I wasn't that.
Boyer was also the first female to become a judge in Allen County, taking the bench in 1991.
I always hoped that maybe when I started and what I did would help other women.
Judge Fran Gull joined Boyer in 1997, also fighting through barriers as an attorney before taking the bench.
I was told by several major law firms here in town that they didn't have room for a woman lawyer, or they already had their woman lawyer. And I was completely taken aback. I did not expect to see that in 1984.
Judge Wendy Davis graduated from law school in 1990 and still experienced sexism in the courtroom.
I think over the years I have felt that I had to be just a little bit better, just a little bit smarter.
Davis became a judge in 2011.
Even back in 2010, believe it or not, when I ran in my first election, I had a male lawyer tell me, we don't need any more women judges. So, you know, what do you do with that? And I think that when you're in hard times like that, that defines who you are.
I'm very appreciative of where we were, where we've been, where we are now, and those that kind of blazed that trail for me and for others, to not have it so hard, to not have it so rough.
Judge Andrea Trevino became the 4th female Allen Superior Court judge last year.
We can aspire to be what have typically been male-dominated positions. So I think it has just as much to do with our society and the changing of ideas as it does with women feeling empowered and believing in ourselves. And I think in a way, as evidenced by our community, lifting each other up.
Then Judge Jennifer DeGroot, while serving as a magistrate for the last 20 years, is the newest Superior Court judge, taking the bench in January and tipping the scales to make it a female majority.
We just work with great people, men and women, aware of the history and knowing where things have come. It is significant because it is the first time, and here we are in 2019 being able to say that.
I think it's pretty exciting.
We are so fortunate in this community that we have such a broad talent of pool to select from that it can be replicated across the state, and it should be.
Hopefully it's sending a message to encourage young women to go seek their dreams.
As these women rule day after day, decision after decision, they're continuing to open doors for the next generation.
And encouraging the women behind us to follow us and to succeed us. We as leaders need to celebrate each other and not tear each other down.
Lifting people up can have a really profound effect, and it can put good people in good places.
Follow the dream. If you think you want to be a lawyer, whatever you think you want to be.
According to the U.S. Census, 38% of lawyers are now women, and America's Quarterly reports women account for 33% of state and federal court judges.